The friendliness of boaters and the willingness to help each other make boating so special. Good day, boaters. This is Andrew with Boat-Alert History Reports. Boat etiquette is not just about social norms, it is also about safety, so it is good to learn a few rules before loosening the ropes. To skip ahead, use the time codes in the description below. Let's get started as we all hop on aboard. Yes, I said it, all aboard. And make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to keep us on deck. When you are out at sea, remember that stopping to help another boat is more than a common courtesy, it is the law. Boating etiquette is important, so let's keep the tradition alive on the waters and around the harbor. Remember that there is no substitute for learning the rules, guidelines, and laws of your lake and marina. Boat etiquette is not just about social norms, it is also about safety, so it is good to learn a few rules before loosening the ropes. The rules of the road are numerous and detailed, but if you only learn a few, you will be covered in most recreational boating situations. It is an accepted system of right-of-way, which one must follow in order to be polite and safety-oriented. There are right-of-way rules for approaching power-driven and non-power vessels. Know the rules for different boating scenarios. This way, there is no guessing about the other captain's intentions, and a collision can be avoided. A sailboat that goes straight ahead has right-of-way in front of a motorboat. If the sailboat is running without motor, it should drive straight ahead. If two boats have the same priority for the right-of-way because of their classification, the position and direction of travel is decisive. To determine the position of another ship relative to your own, you need to know the different sectors of your ship, starboard, port, stern, etc. Once you have identified another boat compared to yours, you know the right-of-way. Remember that you are responsible for your own wake. On the water, anchor at a pier or marina, cruise with friends, and don't cause stress to your boat neighbors by ignoring customs and traditions. If your wake causes other boaters distress, knocking items, or people off a dock, you could be held liable for damages or injuries. Be mindful of wake zones at all times and remain in compliance. When overtaking a boat, allow for as much room as depth conditions allow for. Consider your wake, and slow your speed if necessary to ensure you don't rock the other vessel. If that vessel is a sailboat, overtake it by passing astern to avoid blocking its wind. If you are the vessel being passed, slow your speed to a reasonable clip to allow the other boater to get around you safely. Always wave to other boaters. Regardless of the size of the boat, greet nearby vessels with a hand wave. Along with offering other boaters a friendly greeting, doing so sends a signal that you're aware of their presence. When you enter an anchorage, reduce your speed to avoid generating a wake. The noise is carried by the water, and you want to disturb your neighbors as little as possible. Avoid traveling near fishing boats or along shores when they do not seem to move. When you drop anchor for a break in the evening, pay attention to your distance from other boaters. Not all boaters are old salts, and if you see someone having difficulty mooring their boat or trailer, offer help. Next, I want to talk about boating hygiene. Do not leave food or waste in the cockpit or in the dock, as this will attract flies and dirty looks. Turn off all electronic devices when you leave your boat. Nobody wants to hear the nightly squeak of FM radio. Never throw your cigarette but in the water. Make sure you bring everything you need to have fun in the sun. This includes sunscreen, sunglasses, chapstick, towels, and all your food and beverages. Now, your guests should know boating etiquette as well. If you have guests on board, make sure they are aware of the basics of boat etiquette. They should know the following. 1. Ask permission before boarding. 2. Offer to buy the fuel. 3. Offer to bring lunch for everyone. 4. Bring the minimum amount of clothing for the climate to conserve space on the boat, but be prepared. Sunscreen, sunglasses, seasickness medication, a waterproof jacket, non-slip footer, and a warm sweater should be on your list. 5. Ask about safety vests and don't mess with the dials, buttons, gauges, or radios. 6. Don't rock the boat. One of the important etiquette is navigation speed. Please be aware of your speed and surroundings. You should make every effort to know the requirements that are expected of all boaters. In any case, you should operate at a safe speed. Give in to ships when in doubt and avoid collisions. Take an online boat safety course. Finally, when using the VHF radio, remember that VHF channel 16 is for hailing and distress calls. Don't use it for extended chats with other boaters. Once you've contacted another vessel, ask them to switch to another frequency to continue the conversation. Making a false distress call is against the law. Keep kids off the radio because it's not a toy. Okay. Now that you know the ropes, it's time for this video to pipe down. I'll be talking about a lot more boating and hull number topics.